You guys, it is like cold as fucking hell. Actually, not like hell, like anti-hell here. And yes, bitches, I live in fucking California, and no, it is not snowing outside. But I ain't no weather bitch, this girl, we don't do no weather. And I'm convinced that our property taxes and like taxes in general here in California is so fucking high. Because we pay for this shit. We pay for the sun to fucking shine 24/7, 365 days a year. You know what I'm saying? That's why people like us move to California. You know what I mean? I think it's only fair. But it's fucking cold. It's like 50s. And yes, I know that's like a fucking summer day in Iowa. But in the Silicon Valley, this is not the case. Like, bitches, it be cold. And so yeah, there's that. But bienvenidos a Dia de Cinco in Get My Shit Together, Miss. It is day 5, y'all. It is day 5, and I'm actually waiting for a doctor's appointment. I ended up being early. That was another thing on my list that I needed to do, which is, like, see the doctor, like, because she was on vacation. Anyways, nobody cares. And so anyways, I had a rescheduled appointment, and so it's gotten done, because 'tis the season, y'all. 'Tis the season. So I'm early, and so I thought I'd make a video because, like, I've noticed something about me lately, which I didn't really realize, and I'm, like, curious to know if, like, it's normal or, like, I just think it's super funny. But basically last week at work, like, I mean, it's like every week at work, like, everybody is super annoying, and, right, like, for some reason people are addicted to meetings and, like, feel the need to be in meetings all day long and say they're in meetings, and for some reason I have to be dragged to them. But, like, in meetings, nothing goes on, you guys. It's a lot of talk, yappity yap, right? But no do, right? That happens outside of the meeting. So if you happen to know of anyone who's in meetings all day, that bitch ain't doing shit, man, because they are busy with meetings all day. They ain't doing shit. Right? It's the person who looks the most miserable on the fucking floor that is getting all the fucking shit done, okay? Trust me. That's how you identify, like, the real little golden nuggets in your company, okay? Go around and take a look at a person, like the people who haven't showered in, like, a million years and kind of smell and basically are wearing sweats and have a horrible, like, look on their face. Those are the people you kind of want to keep around. Like, they're the ones that literally should be getting paid, like, 6 figures, because those are the people that are getting shit done. That is the look of productivity, people. Productivity. Now you got me clapping, okay? Anyway, so, yeah, I basically work in a fucking place where there's, like, 85% of these people don't do shit. They just meet. And so, anyways, like, most of my week is filled with meetings, and that's why I work super early and super late, because I have to get things done, And so, in these meetings, I'm usually super annoyed, because, once again, yappity yap, right? Like, talkers, that's all they do. And meanwhile, like, I'm trying to think of, like, all the fucking bullshit that has been added to my to-do list. As a result of the yappity yap, right? Because I'm the only one that gets anything done. So anyways, like, I'm usually super annoyed at this meeting. And, like, this particular meeting, like, there was a lot of people I didn't like, and I was getting, like, increasingly cranky in this meeting. And most people are totally used to this because, like, I'm so cramps a lot, you know what I mean? Like, this bitch is a one grumpy motherfucker, and everybody knows it, okay? And so, like, I'm basically being normal, but, like, for some reason, like, I was in a real foul mood that day, And so I realized now, like, I didn't know I was doing it then, but I realized now what I was doing was, like, provoking people. Like, I was, like, kind of poo-pooing on all their fucking stupid ideas, because literally, like, 99.9% of their fucking ideas are complete poo-poo. And so I was kind of like, well, what about this? Have you thought about that? Well, that's not gonna work. You know what I mean? I was just being, like, negative Nancy. And so I could tell, like, I was really starting to get on people's nerves, you know what I mean? Because they're like sunshine people, you know? And, like, for some reason, this started to make me feel like, I don't know, I felt like I was starting to calm down, right? But I kept doing it. And sadly, for one little fella, who's, like, usually, like, the, you know, like, the smooth car salesman type, you know what I mean, who can basically talk his ass out of everything, except he knows, like, with me, no es posible, right? And so he was getting really, really annoyed, because his face was getting, like, super red, right? And it was almost like my brain target locked on him and was like, yo, we got a biter, y'all, on the fishing line, here we come. And so I just kept, like, poking at him, you know? And I don't know what the point of that was. Like, I just could see he was reacting. And then, like, I guess I just was curious about how far he was gonna go. Because he's never, like, I've never seen him pissed before, right? But he's getting red, y'all. Red in the face. And so I just kept, like, you know, needling him. And, like, I could tell he was, like, oh my God, he was getting redder and redder, and, like, he was getting super short with his responses, and then he started poking me back, right? And during this entire process, you guys, I could feel myself getting in a better mood. Like, I was, like, starting to get even more calm and more smiley, and I just found the whole thing, like, amusing, and I kind of just kept wanting to, like, do it, you know? And if it wasn't for this other chick in the meeting who basically was like, okay, like, let's, like, recess here and then reconvene another day, like, I literally think this dude would have blown up, which, like, I would have paid to see, right? And so, like, but after this meeting, like, for the rest of the day, I was in such a fucking good mood. And, like, it was almost like when someone, and, like, you guys, like, I've been noticing, like, the only way to get me in a really positive mood, or really, like, you know, is when I'm around someone who's, like, super annoyed, super pissed, or whatever, like, and it doesn't have to be at me, like, it could be at anything, but, like, when somebody starts to go off, like, I'm, like, so attracted to that. You know what I mean? And, like, I just think it's so fucking amusing, and it gets me in such a good mood. You guys, I think I'm fucking evil.